looking at the components, what is required in chapter 2 of your thesis on the literature review. Okay, so I use this thesis as an example, whereby the first part, okay, of your literature review should contain the theoretical discussion. What theory is can be used to describe the relationship among the variables of your research. And then the second part will cover on the review of past studies, okay, that are related to the issues, okay, discussing the relationship among the variables. Okay, so when you go through the journals, theses, okay, that are related to your topic, okay, go for the read the literature review section and see how you can improve or add, okay, update the literature review section. Okay, as I mentioned last week also, okay, I require at least 30% of the references from your literature review to be, okay, whereby the articles should be published within the last 5 years, meaning that, you know, it should come from 2021, 2020, 2019, 2080. So those articles that if the thesis that you are referring to or journal that you are referring to refers to older articles, so you need to find more recent one to be included as part of the discussion, okay, in your literature review. So I'm going to look for the recent evidence, okay, or recent articles that you cite in your thesis, okay. So you can use the older one, no problem, but you need to also include more recent articles. The more recent articles, the better lah. It shows that you have done your review, okay. Look for the more recent articles that are, because the topic that you do are very common, okay, common and very simple to do, yet very popular in among researchers. So there's no problems to actually find articles related to your issue. Okay, so even if you are doing on Malaysia, okay, there is no problem if you want to refer to articles outside Malaysia. So if you find articles done on Malaysia, then you can include them as well. Okay, maybe you can organize, put a subsection, the review of article. If the topic is maybe in a different paragraph, do not lump together. If the articles were done on a country outside Malaysia, so put it in a separate paragraph, okay, with the articles review done on Malaysia. So at least we can see the, you know, there is some differences in terms of evidence, or at least you can, there are many ways where you can actually organize your literature review so that it looks easier to understand and follow. Okay, because I think most students are doing on Malaysia, okay, or especially on the UUM, but as long as the study focus on the Malaysian issue, okay, Malaysia as a sample study, so you can have, you know, a subsection on Malaysia and another subsection on review of the same topic, okay, on a different paragraph or a different subsection. That is up to your own creativity. Okay, when you go through the thesis, okay, many theses, and then you can see there are different ways where you can actually organize your literature review. So those are the two components that is required, especially for the theory, okay. So whichever thesis or journal that you are referring to, so just use whatever theory that the author, okay, or the student use in the thesis as part of your discussion. Because I think at this stage, I don't expect that you have to find a different theory or whatever lah. So just use whatever theory being used in that topic of your choice. And but the one that I want to refer the most will be on the empirical studies, meaning that I want to see that you have updated the references and review, okay, in the literature review. And also you can also cite the more recent paper in your background, in your introduction chapter, okay, because part of the process of showing that that your thesis is up to date, okay, is referring to the latest issue, the data or the background in your chapter 1, okay, when you are giving some background of the issue. So the background should be referring to the latest development, okay, meaning that you might want to refer to any article published in the year 2021 or 2020, especially if it is relating to COVID-19, okay, or got some relationship with COVID-19 issue. Okay, so that's what we discussed last Thursday. So to carry on from where we left, the use of Google Scholar. Okay, so where can you get your articles from? Okay, because the main source of reference in your thesis, okay, whether it's from literature review or any part of the thesis, should come from journal articles. Okay, not from thesis. Okay, thesis is not easy to find. Okay, and there are not many source where or many examples where you can use thesis. But for journal articles, there are a lot of journal articles that can be referred to, okay, that can help you to understand better, okay, and provide justification whether the findings of your project, is it consistent, is it similar, or is it the opposite of what people have found so far. Even though your data that you collect later will not be the actual data, but as long as your argument, okay, the points that you want to discuss in your chapter 4, okay, you can support them with what other people has found. So that will be, that will be the way to actually write your thesis, especially in your chapter 4, because your findings should be compared. You must compare your findings with the findings of other people. You cannot just discuss your finding without comparing or trying to relate your findings of your project with the findings of other people. That's how academic writing should work. Okay, you cannot just simply like shock sendiri. Okay, or meaning that you don't compare, because whatever findings that we find, okay, certain part or certain paragraph you must try to relate with your finding and how it compares with other people's findings. Then we can say that our finding is consistent with the theory, consistent with what people has found, so that you don't simply come up with the conclusion that is different than from other people. Okay, especially if you are doing a very simple topic, a very common topic. So we expect that the finding of your project should be similar to other people as well. So that should be part of the process of literature review. So whatever that you refer in your article, okay, in chapter 2, you can always put it back. Okay, you can always refer to the same article, to some articles in the result section. Okay, so that will be part of the process. So I will go through them, how you can explain in chapter 4 once we arrive at chapter 4 discussion. Okay, so for today, as what I did this morning as well for the group number, for group B, okay, is to find how you can actually use Zotero, okay, as your reference manager. So Zotero is a free software that you can use, okay, or download, okay, and then to organize your references. Okay, there are many other free softwares that can be used. Mendeley, there are different. But for me, I prefer to use Zotero because it's easy for me to it's simple to use, and also you can always synchronize, or you can always, because Zotero uploads whatever references that you use in the internet. Okay, if you double click on the Zotero website, okay, you can log in with your free Gmail account, and you can see all the references that you have here, okay, will be uploaded in the Zotero account. So meaning that you can always access, or you can always keep your Zotero in the cloud. Okay, so you can see this is the browser. So this is nothing to do with my software, but whatever that you keep in your Zotero, okay, it will be uploaded automatically in the cloud, okay, in the server. So you can always access them even without using the Zotero software. Okay, so this is important if you want to share your references with other students. Okay, especially if you want to combine your references with your other group members' references. So you can send them, or you can share. Maybe you can have one account for all group members. So whatever that you download, okay, or put in your Zotero will be can be combined with other group members as well. So this is, you can just use whatever free account, free email account to access your Zotero account. Okay, so that is so why I want you to download is because I will ask anyone from the student to actually share your screen and show how you can actually. I will show you the example, the few steps that is required for you to actually access how to export references from Google Scholar or from journal articles and then put it into Zotero, and then you can export from Zotero into Microsoft Word. Okay, so I do understand that Microsoft Word have this reference manager, okay, but sometimes it's better to use a third-party software like Zotero to organize your references so that it's easy for you to open rather than relying on one software like Microsoft Word to do it everything for you. Okay, so for example, let's say you want, so this is the keyword that I used this morning. Okay, so let's say you want to do an article or a project on unemployment among Malaysian graduates. Okay, so of course, you need to be clever, smart in the choice of keywords that you want to use. Okay, so let's say we want to look at unemployment among Malaysian graduates because you want to focus on Malaysia. So the minute you put Malaysia, okay, most of the results will be focusing only on keyword that contain Malaysia. Okay, so it will exclude many of the articles not using Malaysia as the set. So meaning you're gonna get less articles lah. Okay, but the first thing that you want to do is to look at this on the left side here. Okay, when okay, as I mentioned, you need to update your references, okay, or you need to refer to more recent articles in your project, okay, within the last 5 years. So what you can do is you can customize here the range. So let's say you want to the last 5 years, so it should be from 2017 to 2021. Okay, so meaning that Google will filter only in the last 5 years, okay, and you can sort by date or you can sort by relevance. Usually I will keep to relevance because then it will contain all the keywords that you use. Okay, so this is the first thing. So if you want the last 2020, meaning that if you want more articles that are related to COVID-19, then maybe you can go for the since 2020, meaning you can find maybe some more articles, or maybe you can even add the word COVID, okay, COVID-19, okay, as part of the research. I mean the filtering process, okay. But let's go for the basic one first, unemployment among Malaysian graduates. So we filter, let's say, from 2020 onwards, okay, or you can choose the custom range, okay. So but let's go for the since 2020, okay, and this apply to any search engine that you or filter process, okay, when you are using Google. Okay, for example, if you want to find any article, then from the newspaper, whether the New Straits Times, the Star, or whatever newspaper related to Malaysia. So the first thing is that you want to do is to filter, I mean, you need to filter based on the range. Okay, you can go for the so that you can see only articles relevant over the past, let's say, 1 year or so, rather than having even an older one or too recent or whatever lah. So this is another way, because in the background of your study, chapter 1, part of the references that you can include will be from newspaper article, but not too many, okay, because as I mentioned before, okay, newspaper references shouldn't be too many. You can have a few, okay, especially if it relates to the data or some statistics or what the prime minister says. That one can be from the newspaper, but for most part of your writing, it should come from journal articles, okay, not from newspaper. So you can find some numbers, figures, statistics, okay, from the news, Okay, and you can filter them according to the date as well. Okay, the past 1 month, the past 1 year, whatever lah. Okay, so that is on the newspaper part. Okay, if you can use that for your chapter 1 especially, okay, to get some information. Okay, but how about, okay, so once you do your search on Google Scholar, okay, the next thing is to download the article. Okay, so whenever you find you did your search, you will find on the right side here, okay, articles or search that comes out with that reveal the link on the right side usually are the articles where you can click and download the articles automatically, meaning that there is no restriction. There is no need for you to log in to the library website, or you need to check whether UAM library subscribe to the journal or not. So any link on the right side usually will indicate that you can download the article directly, okay, from the link. Depending whether the journal is a high rank journal or any type of journals. Okay, so this will be the first indicator. So let's say the first one here, unemployment among graduates, okay, is there a mismatch? So this link here will usually gives you for example, if I click this one, it automatically download on my right screen here. So you can open the journal directly. Okay, so this is the journal where you get directly from clicking the link on the right side here. Okay, for example, okay, so you may find link, for example, on ResearchGate. Okay, ResearchGate is basically like a open source forum where academicians, lecturers, including me myself, okay, we put our articles in the ResearchGate because we want to promote our work so that we get our work recognized. We can get more people to read my own work so that my work will get more recognition, more citation and whatnot lah. Okay, so that is one way to promote, just like you use Facebook or whatever, Instagram, TikTok to promote your video. Okay, ResearchGate is a platform for academicians to promote their work. So if you see a link on ResearchGate, most of the time you should be able to download the article directly or open the article directly. So you can open directly in your browser or in your PDF reader. Okay, the one that I recommend for you to use is Foxit Reader lah, the one that I use all the time. Okay, so that is to know whether you can download and open the article, is to look at the results, and if there is a link on the right side, so that will automatically indicate you can, for example, like this article is not giving any link. So usually you want to skip that one first or give priority to articles with the link on the right side. Okay, so that is where you can actually get directly the article. So the first thing that I want to show is not this part actually, but how to get or retrieve the citation or the reference information. Okay, because if you recall, okay, whenever you want to cite any article from the journal or from a book, okay, whatever source lah, okay. So last Thursday, okay, I shown you several ways to actually cite your article, okay, whether it's one author, two authors or three authors where you use et al, and whether you want to cite within the text or when you want to cite when the text has ended or outside the text. So we're going through these different ways or different format. Okay, last Thursday. Okay, the video for last week lecture is already uploaded yesterday, so you can refer back to the video. So for example, this is citing within the text, okay, for two authors. So, and then this is when there are three or more authors, you use et al. Okay, and you can also cite towards the end of the article or when the article has finished. Okay, so different ways. Okay, for example, this one, when the article has finished, you put bracket towards the end. So whatever ways, depending on your writing style or whatever format. So we have gone through them lah. And of course, you need to read more articles, more theses to see, to get more understanding how to properly cite the article. Okay, especially go and read journal articles. Okay, because sometimes thesis students do make mistake even though the thesis is completed. Okay, but you need to refer to good journals to find and to look at how you want to properly cite the article in your writing. Okay, so the issue now is how do you know the name, what name or how do you write the author's name in your article, in your project lah. Okay, so the first thing is to look at when you go back to the Google Scholar. So let's say you are interested to refer to this article. So let's say we want to download this article, okay, written by our own lecturer, Prof. Lim Hock Yam, Dr. Sun Janjan, and also I think this is their PhD student or master student or another lecturer, I'm not sure. Okay, Duan Hombo. So there are 3 authors here. Okay, so of course 3 authors mean if you want to cite in your article, it should be using et al. Okay, et al 2021. Okay, so this is because, okay, so at the top of this article you will find that, okay, the thesis require or shows you how to cite this article, but it is not common, it's not always this way, meaning that if you read some other journals, you don't see that the journal will show you how to cite, but you need to use Reference Manager or Google Scholar to see how you want to actually extract the information from this article to put in the reference list in your thesis lah. At the end of your thesis, you have the references list. Okay, so how do you want to actually write your references? Okay, what is the name that should appear? Okay, whether it should be italic or not italic. So how it should appear in your project, in your thesis, because the formatting is another skill or another thing that you need to pay attention. Not simply you do whatever way that you want lah. Okay, there is a standard format that you need to follow. So if you don't follow the format, okay, and you make so many mistakes, so marks will be deducted lah. Okay, you don't get mark for the referencing style. Okay, so that is an item or an issue that you need to pay attention. So in Google Scholar, every article that you search, you will see this in reverse comma whatever here lah. Okay, so for example, the article just now by Prof. Lim and Dr. Sun Janjan just now, okay, you can click here, okay, on this colon here or 2 comma here, and Google will give you automatically the different format. Okay, MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard. The one that we commonly use will be the APA, the American Psychological Association APA format. This is the most popular format, okay, among researchers lah. Okay, so you want to copy, so the way to do it, just copy this part and then you can put in your Microsoft Word. You can just copy and paste, okay, directly from the Google Scholar. So you can see here, okay, it is already showing you, okay, the name of the author, okay, Lim Hock Yam. So meaning that it only shows you the surname lah, meaning that that's how you want the article to be cited in your references. And even like this one is already in italic. You can see that, okay, this part here, the title of the journal, including the volume 13 is italic, but the rest is non-italic. So this is the proper format that Google Scholar automatically provides, okay, in any article. Okay, you can click here and you can see any article that is revealed in the search engine. Okay, you can click on this icon here and it will show you the but sometimes you can see here, okay, for example, not all the time it is correct. For example, if you click at this article, the title is in capital letter, so this is not correct. Okay, but what is correct perhaps is the content, but not the formatting. So this is sometimes is the limitation of Google Scholar. So if you find something like this, for example, if you refer to this article and you click here and you find that the title, everything is in capital letter, so you need to change them according to what is correct one lah. Because once you go through a list of references style, you will know that which one should be in capital. The title shouldn't be all capital, only the first letter should be in capital. Okay, so this is again by experience. So when you go through a list of references style, okay, you go through the journal articles, you look at the reference punya style, you should be able to pick up. Okay, there is a title. I mean, when you cite, okay, for example, in the list of the thesis that you refer to, you will find that there is no title all in capital letter. Okay, so you need to know which alphabet or which word need to be in capital. For example, T in capital, for is not capital. Okay, testing, the word the, for is usually is not in capital. Of, and, okay, only you have capital for the main words lah, not the word that combine them, for, and, of, something like that. Okay, so this is the limitation of Google Scholar. Okay, where you find that certain, but most of the time it should be correct. Okay, maybe in certain cases it is not correct. Okay, so this is where you want to actually check whether, but at least you can get the information directly from Google Scholar lah, using this column here. Okay, most of the time, especially if the article is published from a journal, okay, not from ResearchGate, because ResearchGate sometimes it is not properly published, but depending on the source, okay, on the source of information. If it is taken directly from journal like this, for example, okay, when you click here, okay, you can see that the format is properly shown, okay. But even that, you can see that the word M is not capital, U is not capital. So depending on because when you go through the list of references, okay, among I mean in journal articles, okay, the title of it depends on the journal itself. Some journal require you need to have capital letter for the beginning of each word. Some journal does not require that, even though they follow the APA format. Okay, so but for our format APA, okay, you need to check what is the appropriate, what is the correct way to cite APA. Okay, even I myself do not, because sometimes I follow what is the journal requirement. Okay, not exactly, because some different journals require different formatting. Okay, even though they use APA as the guideline, but certain characteristics is slightly different. Okay, so but the first thing that you want to know is how to extract information lah from Google Scholar by clicking on this thing. Okay, so and then you can just copy and paste, put it in your Microsoft Word. Okay, so that is the first part that you need to get correct. Okay, the second method is of course using a reference manager like Zotero. Okay, so for example, if we go to this article again, okay, from the one from UEM, okay, by Prof. Lim, Dr. Sun, and Dun Juan just now, okay, this article. Okay, so if you click on the title, it will bring you to this page lah. Okay, bring you to this page. So this is, and if you want to get the article directly, you can click on this PDF link. Okay, rather than on the Google Scholar. Okay, just now we just click directly on this link to get the article, but usually we click on the title. Okay, and then and you can also download from the PDF link given. Okay, so these are the three authors. The first author, Prof. Lim, Dr. Sun, and also Duan. Okay, so this is where the article came from lah. Okay, but how are you going to extract the information from this journal into Google Scholar, into Zotero? Okay, actually the right way is to go straight to the journal itself, meaning we go through the journal and export the information from the journal itself, not from Google Scholar. Okay, of course you can do that from Google Scholar, but as I mentioned, sometimes you do get the format to be incorrect, meaning that even the title all in capital letter, as I showed just now. Okay, so the right way actually is to go straight to the journal and export the information from the journal into your Zotero. Okay, so let's use Google Scholar first, the built-in feature. Okay, so from this article, we go to the site again. Okay, you can see here, and you can see this information here: bib text, EndNote, RefMan, and RefWorks. So these are the 4 formats Google generated. Okay, from this, provided that the information is correctly, the format is correct, you can use this format. I mean, the one generated by Google. But if the format is not correct, okay, as I showed just now, if the title all in capital letter, you find that it is not the format is something is quite strange, not the same format that you normally see, then you need to go to the original source, meaning to the actual article, okay, journal, and then extract the information from that journal itself, and put it into your Zotero. Okay, but let's use the feature built in within Google Scholar first. Okay, so first you can just copy, okay, and put it in your. So this is the easiest way. But sometimes, okay, but when you do this, you don't keep the references in a simple in one file. So you want to actually have a reference manager where you can keep all of your references in one file. Then you can export everything at once. So click on EndNote, okay? So usually the one that I use is click on the EndNote link here, okay? And then your browser should automatically download the link, okay? You can see that because this morning I already downloaded several files, okay? So every time you click on EndNote, the file downloaded will start with the word scholar, scholar.enw. Okay, the only difference between one article to another article is the one in bracket. So number 5 means I got 5 articles. If I click here, file here, you can see I got already many different scholar 1, scholar 2, scholar 3. So the file name is the same. It's only differentiated by the one in bracket. So the one that we are, even if I click another time, okay, if we download another file, but now call it scholar 6. I click again, then it will put scholar 7. So Google only download the file with the same name, okay, but only differentiated by the one in bracket. So you need to know this bracket belong to which article. So okay, so now we want to export this article, the reference from this article into Zotero. So when you open your Zotero file, okay, mine is already filled with many references lah. Okay, but in your case, you shouldn't have this folder because you can create this folder so that you can organize your references according to project. So for example, here I got different project. So every project may have its own set of references. So how do you create a folder? It's very simple. Just click on the top. You can see here, new collection. Okay, this folder plus icon. You click on you click here, and then, for example, we put BEER3043. Okay, so when I click here, so a folder name BEER3043 is created. So this is where I want to put all my references, or you want to put all your references in your project under the same folder lah. Okay, so for example, if you are in your group members, you can create one Gmail account where you can sign into Zotero for free, and everyone can actually access the same account and share your references under one file. I mean, this is one of the ways lah. Okay, so once you created the folder here, okay, you can go to File, Import. Okay, you go to File, Import. Okay, and then just click Next. Okay, and then this is where you want to find where the file is downloaded. So the default will be the download folder. So just now the latest one will be Scholar 7. So open. Okay, so this is the default. So just leave it as it is. So click Next. Okay, and then okay, you can see that once you finish importing, okay, automatically Zotero will create one folder for you, which is called Scholar 7, which is the name of the file that you downloaded just now. Okay, so this is the article that we imported from Google Scholar, but in terms of and we import it into Zotero. But this file is, if you click on BR, there's still no file here. Okay, so what you need to do is click on the Scholar 7 where the file was downloaded just now, and just drag into BER. Okay, a simple process. Now you can see that this reference is here already under BER. So just click when you import, it will import directly here into Scholar 7. Okay, and then click here. Okay, no need to double click, just drag and drop lah into BER. Because I already imported, so now that's why you see that it is no entry sign. Okay, but once you click here, you can see this is the article that we imported just now. And the file, this folder that was automatically created when we go file, import and whatnot just now, okay, you can just delete this one. Right click and click delete collection. Choose this one, not this one. If you click on this one, the whole collection from the Zotero will be deleted for that particular article. So go for delete collection. Okay, delete collection. So we only delete that folder, but inside the BER, we still got the latest this article lah. Okay, so let's download another article. Okay, this one. Okay, so this one, and then you go to EndNote. Okay, so we got scholar8.enw. Okay, so go to file, import, next. Okay, choose scholar8 just now as the latest one. Okay, and then click next. Okay, and you can see that this folder is automatically created scholar8. So, and then just drag into BER. Okay, and just click just to make sure. Okay, now the file is there. So go back to scholar8, right click and delete collection. Okay, so now in BR I got two articles. Okay, so how do I export this into my Microsoft Word? Okay, into my Microsoft Word. So very simple. Okay, you can just highlight both of this article. Okay, so just press your control button and then select both, and then right click and you can choose create bibliography from items. Okay, choose this one. Okay, so first you need to highlight both lah. Okay, to highlight both you need to press your control button. Okay, and then click on both items and then right click. Okay, create bibliography. And then here there are different formats. Okay, so many different formats, but the one that we are using is APA. Okay, so you want to choose create bibliography and copy to, which is the default will be bibliography and copy to clipboard. Click OK. Once you click OK, and then you can go to your Microsoft Word and you can just paste here. Okay, so you can see that there are if you compare to the one copy and paste from Google directly, compared to the one that you copy and paste from Zotero, you can see that it's already being indent by the format, because when you look at the references, okay, it should have indent. Okay, indent meaning this starts here and the second line and the third line should start okay on the second part of the, I mean it's not on the same line lah. Okay, it's indented. Okay, so this is what we want. Of course, you can do this manually as well. Okay, no problem. Okay, but rather than having to do it manually, you can let the reference manager do it for you. Okay, so both articles are being exported into your Microsoft Word. Okay, so you can see here, okay, the word D is capital letter, okay, E is in capital letter, okay, C is in capital letter. So I think this is the proper format. Okay, the beginning of the word should be in capital, except for the the word that join, for example, the, of, in, something like that. Okay, but other than that, it should be in capital letter. Okay, so you should follow this style of writing lah. Okay, L, G. Okay, so and then the title of the journal should be in italic, including the volume. Okay, except for the rest of the information lah. So this should be automatically done within Zotero, provided that the information that you extract from the journal from Google Scholar is correct. If you find that the format is not that nice, okay, is incorrect, you need to go to the journal directly. Okay, for example, this article just now by Prof. Lim just now. Okay, you go back to the article. This is the main page. Okay, and you need to find where it shows citation format. Okay, here you can see that APA, bib text, EndNote, okay, blah blah blah. The one that we refer just now is EndNote. Okay, so just go to EndNote and you can see that this file is again created. Okay, I just click here and automatically this file is downloaded, 14460. Okay, so this is basically similar to this one. Okay, but this is generated from the journal, which should be actually more correct. It should be the best version compared to the one created by Google. So you need to actually, the best way is actually to go to the journal website, not to the Google Scholar, and use the automatic feature. So let's say if we download, we import, okay, import, okay, and then choose this one just now, okay, and then click next. Okay, you can see this file here, 1440, a folder title, which is the title of the file just now. Okay, and then I just drag again into BER. Okay, so now you can see I got two because both are the same article lah. Okay, so but which one is the more appropriate format? It should be I think both are the same because the one created by Google seems to be quite seems to be the same one as what we want to use. But in case that you are unsure, better to go for the actual source. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, if you go to this one, you can see that if the whole title are in capital letter, which is not correct. Okay, not the whole words should be in capital. So if you use this one, if you use the automatic feature, you click on EndNote and you get the file here and you import into Zotero, I think most probably you will get the same format. Okay, but I think the way to do it, click on this article. Okay, click on the title and then you want to download from the journal itself. Okay, is there any okay, this one, APE, more citation. Okay, so this one that doesn't seem to have the EndNote file link given. Okay, even though it's shown here how to cite, but again, okay, something not the title all in capital letter, so you need to change this. Okay, so even if the website shows this is the proper way, but you cannot have different style of citation. Okay, if you look at any journal articles or any thesis, okay, the format should be consistent. The title cannot have all capital letters. Okay, so again, that's why I mentioned just now. This is for some reason maybe the journal require this. Okay, but you need to be consistent in the way you are citing. So even though you are taking information directly from Google Scholar, okay, for example here, okay, even if you copy and paste, okay, you copy here and paste in your Microsoft Word, you need to edit the format, meaning that you need to change this into only the first word is being capitalized, okay, excluding the joint word lah of, okay, and the rest lah, okay. So the rest okay, yeah, so this is the more appropriate format. Okay, not the whole entire sentence are in capital letter. Okay, only the main words lah. Okay, so even though you find the journal mention that should be the format, but you need to be consistent with the rest of your reference format. Okay, so the one here is the appropriate one lah. Only the title is only the first letter is capital. Okay, and then the title of the journal, this one is correct. You can see that the title is in italic. Okay, until volume, excluding the one in bracket in the normal font. Okay, so this is correct, except the title just now. Originally, everything was in capital letter. Okay, so we do not want that. Okay, so you want to change this, modify that in your Microsoft Word. Okay, so so you can export this again. Okay, if you click on EndNote, okay, you can export this, you can import this into Zotero. Okay, go to File, Import, okay, Next, okay, choose this one just now, and then click Next, okay, and then you can find that this is Scholar 10 just now, Employer Perception, okay, so just drag into this file, you can see this Employer Perception, you can see everything is in capital letter because this is the format where the journal actually created them. So you need to modify this here, or you can modify that in your Microsoft Word. Okay, and then you can just delete this one lah, delete collection. Okay, so go back to BER. Now I got, so let me delete this one first. Okay, remove. Okay, So let's say you want to export all three. Okay, again, just click on your mouse. Okay, right click, create bibliography, and copy. Okay, and then you can just paste in your, let's say now you got 40 references. Okay, so you can just copy and paste the whole thing and then paste in your Microsoft Word under the reference section. So this part you need to modify. Okay, only use the capital letter for the first word. Okay, so this is how you use Zotero, okay, to actually export your information, okay, from the Google Scholar. Okay, yeah, whether you use directly, okay, or for example, let me delete the word Malaysia. Okay, and then maybe we can find okay, we can find articles not related to Malaysia. Okay, for example, if we go to let's say let me find, okay, like this one, there is no link here on the site, so meaning that you cannot download this article directly, but of course there is a way. Okay, I will show you later. Okay, but here if you want to let's say you click on this article, okay, and usually good journals or proper journals will have the file how you want to actually cite the article. Okay, for example, so this one, okay, this article by March and Kadri. Okay, so you can click here on this site here. Okay, so for example, this one, when you click cite, it's already shown you how to properly cite this article. You can just click copy. Okay, copy to clipboard. Of course, you can change to APA. Okay, format, and then click here. Okay, and then, or you can click here, download citation. Okay, download citation means you choose EndNote. Okay, so this is where you can do both ways. You can copy meaning copy and paste straight to Microsoft Word, or you can export into, the best way is to download citation, meaning you can put directly in your Zotero, just like the one I shown just now from Google Scholar. Okay, download citation, choose EndNote format, and then download citation. Okay, you can see this one, Sage Sage Ana 688. Okay, so go back to your Zotero, file, import, okay, and locate the file just now, this one. Okay, next. You can see this file has been created. Sage, this one, Sage Ana 688. Okay, so just drag into your BEER. Okay, and then now you can see this file here. Okay, has been okay, does earlier carry unemployment? Yeah, this one, this article here, and then you can just delete collection. Okay, so yeah, so this is the article just now. Okay, does early carry, so you can export this, create bibliography, copy to clipboard. Okay, and you can paste in your Microsoft Word lah. So of course this takes some simple practice, few times, then you should get the idea already. Okay, so you can see here also clearly that the format should be only the first word is being capitalized. Okay, okay, and then the title of the journal should be in italic. Okay, so this is, there are different ways to so if this is the, okay, here is what something is a bit strange. Volume 688, issue 1. Okay, if you compare to this one, okay, actually you shouldn't be writing volume 688. Okay, it should be, the volume should be in italic 4. Okay, issue should be the one in bracket. So this one should be after the title. Okay, you put comma here. Okay, comma, and then this should be 688. Okay, and then this should be in bracket 1. Okay, and then comma. Okay, and then the page number 246 until 257. So this should be in italic as well. Okay, sometimes certain modification is required depending on you know, of course you can filter, but you know, when you export, sometimes it's not perfect. So what you want is consistency. So you know that whenever you extract article from the citation, the article should be in italic until the volume. Okay, and then the edition should, the one followed should be in bracket, and until the page number, this should be in the standard font. Okay, so italic is only from the title until the volume number, just what you see in the previous cases lah. Okay, italic until the volume. Okay, and then the edition should be in bracket, okay, non-italic, and then until the page number is also not italic. Okay, so once you go through a list of example, okay, from your thesis, okay, then you should get the idea which one should be in italic, title including volume, okay, and then the edition until page number shouldn't be, must be in the normal font. Okay, so the title should be capitalized only the beginning of the word, okay, of the letter lah. Okay, so you go through them, then you should be able to see that some thesis also there are some mistakes in the thesis. Okay, so so this is how you can actually detect. For example, this one. Okay, this is not correct because how is in capital. Okay, you should have how. D should be capital, H should be in capital, P should be capital, A should be capital, A also should be capital. Okay, so this is clearly not the correct way to cite. Okay, so it should be the beginning of the sentence, the word should be in capital letter. Okay, so these are mistakes done by student. Okay, sometimes the lecturer or supervisor also did not go through very detailed. Okay, because there are a number of journal articles being cited. So sometimes, okay, people overlook, okay, the examiners or the supervisor overlook at some mistakes, but this shouldn't happen actually. Okay. Okay, so I think I've done my part for at least for this session. Okay, so next Monday, so what I require in the remaining 15 minutes or so. Okay, anyone please share your screen before I call up any name at random. Okay, share your screen and open Google Scholar, and I just want to see whether you can understand how to replicate the process. Okay, search any article and then export them into Zotero.
Doctor?
Yes, yes.
May I ask if the Google
Yes, yes.
Scholar really don't have the file we can download, but we really want to cite that we can use manual key in the information into the Zotero, then copy the clipboard to the word or not?
Okay, wait, this one. Okay, so let's say if the article is not available for download, okay, it's only by subscription. Okay, just now I mentioned this one, right? Okay, for example, this article, there is no, wait, let me share my screen again. Tadi. Okay, so let's say you want to download this article, right? This article seems quite interesting. Okay, but there is no way that you can download. Okay, because it's not directly available for open public, meaning it's not openly available. So of course, you need to the right way is actually to go to the UUM library website and log into the library of UUM and see whether you can download this article within UUM, sign in. But it takes a lot of time lah. So one of the ways, okay, which is very popular among students, okay, especially among master or PhD student, is to use this website called Sci-Hub. Okay, Sci-Hub is basically like a crack website. Crack website means where you can download. Imagine that you want to download movies for free or songs for free using the pirated the pirated version. Okay, so Sci-Hub is basically a website where you can download academic article. This is only for academic articles when it is not available from the library of our university. Okay, so the link here I'm sending into your chat box. Okay, so you can copy and you can open the link. Okay, in your chat box. Okay, so it's Sci-Hub. Okay, sometimes the link can be broken, so you need to find the link which is currently live lah, which is not blocked. Okay, but for the time being, I think this link has been is available for use for quite some time already. Sci-Hub, okay, .shop. So let's say you want to open this article just now, the Annals of American Academy, sorry, this one, does early career unemployment, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So you want to find the article. Okay, one limitation of Sci-Hub is that the article that you want to open, okay, is only available if the article is more than 1 year old, usually more than 1 year old. Okay, if the article is published in the journal, let's say the last 5 months or the last 6 months, usually Sci-Hub will not be able to open. So the database is only updated for articles published more than 1 year, meaning that if this is 2021, so if you find article published this year, okay, usually you will not be able to open the article, but 2020 below should be no problem. Okay, for example, this one is published in April 2020. So I think most probably you should be able to open this file. So how do you open this file? There are two ways. You can copy and paste the title, or usually what people do is copy the DOI. Every article, every journal article should have DOI. DOI is like the address, the home address of this particular article. It's like the IC, it's like the metric number lah, the passport number for this article. So this is unique only to this article. Okay, so every article that you want, that you open in a journal should have the DOI. Okay, it will start with HTTP or something like that lah. Okay, but you should mention the DOI in the article. Okay, I'm just showing, you can Google any article and look for the DOI. For example, like this one, DOI. Okay, so the one in blue lah, from HTTPS until the last digit. Okay, you need to copy the whole line here. Okay, the whole line into Sci-Hub. Okay, let me open just now the same article by this one. Okay, by Sage Journal here. Okay, so this article you cannot open directly from Google Scholar. Okay, but you can try to open using Sci-Hub. Okay, so the way to do is copy, highlight the whole line here. Okay, HTTPS. Okay, copy this one. Okay, and then paste into your Sci-Hub and then click open. Okay, so usually if you don't get a box like this, meaning that the article is not available for download yet from Sci-Hub website. Okay, so sometimes the version is not the final version, it's like the pre-published version, but the content should be the same. Okay, but 99% of the time it should be the final, it should be the same format as from that journal lah. Okay, but this is only available if the article is published more than 1 year. Okay, but if the article, let's say if we filter this one, okay, let's say this one since 2021. Okay, for example, like this first article here. So this article is published in July, meaning just a few months ago. Okay, so go for the DOI down here. Okay, if you go to the DOI and you copy this one and you put in the Sci-Hub. Okay, I think most probably it will not be able to open the file. Maybe by luck, yes, you can open, but if it shows like some error or something like that, okay, yeah, see, Sci-Hub is not included. Oh, yeah, now for some reason is available. So you are in luck, okay? But sometimes you get that error just now as what you saw. Okay, so let's say we find another article, this one. Let's say, okay, usually the publisher that you want to go for, like Science Direct, Sage Publisher, Elsevier, okay. So these are the good source of, let's say, COVID-19. Okay, so this is my area lah, my area of research. Okay, so you can see that many articles are available for free, even though it's published by good journals. Okay, because during COVID-19, many of the journals, they do provide free access to articles that usually they will not allow them lah. Okay, for example, like this one. Okay, you can see that there is no link here, so you can click on this article, and you can see that the article is published April this year. Okay, so the DOI is this one, so you can highlight this one, okay, and click copy, and go back to Sci-Hub, okay, and then click paste. Okay, I think you cannot open the file, or you may get the error message just now. Yeah, this one. Oh, see, sometimes you get the error message permanently, but for this time around, maybe they've updated the system something lah. So you can still open the file. But the point I want to make is, if you want to open a file or an article which is not available for direct download using this link here, okay, or even if you find the link, but when you click on the link, you are not able to download the file for some reason. Okay, for example, like this one, okay, you can click download PDF, then you can download the file directly. Okay, but if the link is not available, just look for the DOI, the address of the article. It should be available in every journal. Okay, every journal should have its own DOI. Okay, towards whether the end of the article. Yeah, this one. Like for example, this article, the DOI is located at the bottom. Usually, it's located at the top of the title. Okay, but for this one, you cannot find the DOI on the top of the screen. But when you scroll down, okay, before the list of references, okay, you can find that this the DOI of this article is mana tadi? Hilanglah tu. Yeah, this one. Okay. So you can see that even this article, cite this article, you can just copy and paste this one. Copy and paste, or you can download citation. Okay. So you can import this file, okay, into Zotero, okay, or you can just copy and paste this one into your Microsoft Word. Okay, but this one, the DOI, okay, you can click copy, okay, and then open back Sci-Hub, okay, and then paste and click open. Okay, so this is the okay, if you get this error something, meaning that the article is not available for download using Sci-Hub. So this is what I mentioned. If the article is very new, okay, even though just now, okay, we can download this article directly from the journal, okay, but for some, let's say if you want to download using Sci-Hub, okay, because the article is published this year and less than 1 year, okay, many times when I tried that, okay, Sci-Hub will not be able to download, meaning that cannot retrieve the article from the server. Okay, it will give you this error message. So if that is the case, then you need to find another article which is slightly older, 2020 and below. So to do that, okay, when you click on the Google Scholar, okay, of course you can go and refer to the latest one, because even the latest one, many of the articles are available for free. Okay, even though it's published by good publisher like Science Direct and whatnot lah. Okay, you can directly open, because this is one of the advantage during COVID-19. Okay, because many people are learning from home, so the publisher decided to give the articles for free. Okay, usually this is not available for free. The university need to subscribe to the journals. Okay, but many cases now, because of the pandemic, okay, many of the journals are, they allow you to download directly. As long as you can find the link here, then the article should be available for download directly from the website lah. Okay, and then the main thing is how to export into your Zotero or into your reference manager. Okay, the DOI is to open the article using Sci-Hub. Okay, so click go to Sci-Hub, copy and paste the DOI. Okay, any article should have its DOI here. You just copy the whole line and paste into Sci-Hub. Okay, but the thing that I want to show is not only that, but also how to cite the article. Okay, so usually the easiest way, the best way is to go directly to the journal and click on cite here. When you click on cite, you can see the different format. Okay, usually we choose RIS format, or ENW, EndNote. Okay, both are the same, okay, as for Zotero. Okay, you can click on RIS and you can find this file here downloaded. So you go back to Zotero, file, import. You can see this one, big text, RIS, Zotero, RDF, etc. Okay, so this is the latest one just now. So open this and then Okay, you can see this file was downloaded just now as something, the impact of COVID-19. So I just drag this file into my BER. Okay, this one, does COVID-19, yeah, this one. So this is the article just now that we just downloaded. So I can just delete this one, delete collection. Okay, so go back to your BER folder and you can see these are the articles that I've downloaded over the past one hour or so. Okay, and let's say I want to export this one, go to create bibliography, and then copy, and then just paste into your Microsoft Word lah. Okay, you can see, yeah, some articles even give you the DOI. So certain journals require the DOI to be shown. Okay, but you can just delete this one. Okay, no need to have the DOI. Okay, but the main thing is this is the correct format. Okay, but for this particular journal, you can see here the title, this one is not capital letter. So you need to be consistent. If you want to have everything, the beginning of the word to be in capital, you must be consistent for all of your references should be all in capital for the beginning of the word. If you do not want the beginning of the letter to be in capital, you must maintain for the rest of the article. You cannot have some capital, some not. Okay, for example, like this one, this is not capital. But for this one, they are capital for the first letter. So you cannot mix between this format and this format. If you want to follow this style, because both are correct, okay, both are correct depending on the format of the journal, okay. But for me, both are okay, but you need to be consistent. If you want to use H capital, L capital, then this must be the same as well. H capital, D capital, H capital, and the rest. Okay, but for this one, it should be the same. The title should be italic until the volume. Okay, the one in bracket should be in the normal font. Okay, but the title can be different, whether you want to be capital or only the beginning of the sentence is capital, the rest in small letter. Okay, either way, I think this is much easier to do if you follow this style. But you need to be consistent. Okay, do not mix do not simply mix and match lah. So be consistent throughout the rest of your references. Okay, so it's almost one already. So there's a lot to share actually. Okay, the intention for me actually for you to share your screen and show how you actually apply in your Zotero. Okay, we don't have that time, but next Thursday, okay, the beginning of our lecture, I will ask, I will just call out names lah. Okay, not volunteer. Okay, so get